you shine through. In fact, you could say the special kind of goodness in Coke brings out the goodness in people.
Both Coke and Pepsi are heavily invested in Latin America, and their local franchise operators, which are not subsidiaries and therefore not directly responsible to headquarters in the United States, can virtually do what they like. The franchise operator in Guatemala in the 70s was John C. Trotter, a Texan who believed that godless communism had infiltrated everywhere except the Coca-Cola Company. Guatemala has one of the world's worst records in human rights. Death squads murder and torture with impunity, while 4 out of 5 children suffer from malnutrition. Trotter paid his Coca-Cola workers less than $2 a day, and when they began to unionize, 3 union officials were murdered and 2 union lawyers were kidnapped. Coca-Cola means crime in Guatemala, a union official told a meeting of shareholders in America. He asked the company to intervene and to stop the bloodshed, to which Coca-Cola's management replied that such an intrusion into the affairs of an independent bottler would be improper. In 1980, under worldwide pressure, Coke sacked the notorious Trotter. But of course, the company is still in Guatemala.
There have been places where where for one reason or other, we've had to leave. But in the vast majority of the countries, the fact that we're dealing with entrepreneurs rather than governments, I think is quite valid. The difference. Governments change at the whim of people. Businesses hire people, they pay people, they build, they stay, they pay taxes, they support charities. They're part of the community. And, you know, governments are here today and gone tomorrow.
The Chilean government of Salvador Allende was here today and gone tomorrow, thanks to a CIA operation. The Pepsi-Cola bottler in Chile was Augustin Edwards, publisher of the El Mercurio newspaper, which, according to a Senate report, became a CIA front. When Allende was elected, Edwards flew to Washington and met Henry Kissinger and Richard Helms, director of the CIA. These were crucial meetings, according to Helms, and were arranged by Donald Kendall, president of Pepsi-Cola.
What happens when a company like Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola is accused of meddling in the politics of a certain country? This has happened to both corporations, and you mentioned South America, Chile in particular.
John, when you get that kind of publicity, and when you get relationships that, that you spoke of earlier in both countries with the